Hi guys, Chris Ignato here, bringing you another video in my Earth Skills series. So I was sitting by the road waiting for my ride, and I noticed a yucca plant. And being fall, the plant's kind of finishing up for the season, and it's a great time to harvest it to process it into rope and string, also known as cordage. So check it out, I'll show you how that's done. Here's the yucca I'm talking about. Okay, these are good stalks for firebow spindles. Really good stalks when they're straight. There's a good one right there. Ideal. And there's some yucca there, as you can see. It's got the long fibers for cordage and strands. Now there's actually sharp tips on some yuccas that you can sometimes use to sew. You just break off the tip and pull, and the fibers come out with it, and you can sew your clothing if you need to. My mom taught me that. I think that's awesome. She said the cowboys used to do that. But how cool is that? So let's harvest some and turn it into cordage. I don't even need to cut it. I don't even need to cut it, just pull it. So I'll use this stuff for later. I'll use this for later and process that, prepare it into fibers for making cordage or rope. So to process these, all I'm doing is this. See how I'm getting those nice fibers? And I keep doing that. Watch. Some of these are going to process better than others. And you'll see, I'll show you later. But there you go, I'm preparing them. Okay, so the weather's changed, but I've done some more processing of these fibers, and I want to show you what they look like, how it looks as I progress. Okay, look at that, nice and fine. Okay, I just go along. Look at those fibers just blowing away. Okay, so you get these nice fibers. See that? So now I'm going to start reverse wrapping this into cordage. Okay, and I've got plenty of videos on this, but the reverse wrap is pretty simple. And by the way, these natural fibers are amazing tinder sources. So I just reverse wrap. I twist the top layer away from me, and I take both layers and I cross them over. Okay? Away, and then towards. I do them both away, and then towards. Okay? Make it a little easier for you to see it. See how I'm doing this? And as I said, natural fibers are an amazing kindling. So what I do often is I'll reverse wrap a piece of cordage and then tie it to my backpack or wherever, or tuck it into my pocket, and then I can just unravel it, okay, and use it as tinder. Throw a spark into it, and I have an amazing, I can get a fire going real easily this way. Works really well. Look at those beautiful fibers. As you see, these old fibers that are just starting to break down become actually really strong as you wrap them together. Okay? Real tough cordage. And I'll show you later how well these take a spark. So let's say I'm running to the end of my piece and I want to add more fibers to it, you know, because I want a long piece of rope, not a tiny little wick. I'll show you how to do that real quick. Now I like to have when I splice pieces together, this is just an example, I like both ends to be a little bit different. I like both ends to be a different length so that the splicing points aren't in the same spots, because if you do that, that'll be a weak point in your cordage. So now I could just take more fibers, okay, and add them to it. I'll take my new piece of fiber and I'll press it in. Take the end of it, I'll press it in right here, I guess, because this is the shorter end. And I want to keep them relatively the same thickness, but I'm just going to continue wrapping. And as I do so, it incorporates itself into it. See? This is what I do to clean up my piece of cordage at the end. Kind of burn off those loose ends, you know? Those fray points. See, and I have a decent piece. Now this isn't a great piece. I'm trying to do this in the interest of saving time. So here's a bit of a quick piece I made while I was waiting for my ride. And there you go. I mean, this is yucca cordage. And if you look at the ends, right, see how it's frayed apart? I can easily throw a spark into that and get me a fire going. In fact, let me see if I can do that now. I'll use my ferro rod. Okay, so there you have it, guys. Yucca fibers. Great for making cordage, and it's also a great tinder source. You can unweave your natural cordage fibers to make, well, if they're from plants, that is. You can unweave them to make a tinder nest, you know, a big ball of shredded fibers. You can throw a spark into them from your ferro rods, or take your coal from your fire bow, you know, and drop that in there and breathe some life into it, and there you have a fire going. So again, kids, don't practice this at home without an adult with you. Don't practice it anywhere without an adult. And stay warm, guys. Until next time, I'm Chris Ignato. Thanks a lot for watching. Signing out.